Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here. And I just wanted to spend a few moments explaining about my experiences and why I feel I'm the best fit for Dallas. I was born in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I moved to San Jose, California as a young boy. I learned how to speak English in San Jose, California. And one of the things that I'll remember becoming a young officer, I was 21 years old when I became a police officer in the city of San Jose. And one of the things that I'll say then that still rings true now is that it doesn't matter who you're from, where you are, your racial makeup, ethnicity, language spoken, that if you're a stranger or a visitor in this city, in our city, that I'll understand because I was there, having to go through that. At age 12, I began being raised by a single mom, and those experiences still live through to me. And those experiences are some of the things that shape the way I lead a police department. We're all fortunate to be here at this forum. We've all received awards from our communities, and most of us all are only here because those that work with us and those that answer to us put us in these positions. And so I am forever grateful to the men and women of the San Jose Police Department, for without which I would not even be in this position. And I'm grateful for their work and their effort. In San Jose, as a police officer, I've worked the units. I've worked narcotics enforcement. I've worked our SWAT team, our merge team. I've worked fugitive apprehension. I was a homicide investigator. I've commanded our vice and criminal intelligence units, and others as a commander. And I'll say this because I know what it feels like for our men and women as they go out every day to sacrifice what they sacrifice for the safety of our communities. I understand what it feels like, especially today, as our community calls for reform and professionalism, because we as a profession, our beloved profession, has to get better, and we will get better. As I moved through the ranks, I was the executive assistant in the 10th largest city in the country for 3 years. I became the chief of police in San Jose for 5 years, began in 2016 of, again, the 10th largest city in the country. And I've sat in the seat. And I've had to make the decisions, and I've made my mistakes. We've had more successes than we had mistakes, but to me, I wear them. And I tell you that I've learned from those being in the position, not having the luxury of being able to say that the decision was made over me, because I made those decisions. And I'm proud of making the decisions that I made, and I learned from the mistakes that I made. We operated in a time of non-crisis in San Jose. When you look at the initiatives that we instituted, whether it's instituting bias-based policing, procedural justice, history of law enforcement in America, use of force issues, religious exemption issues. We did all that to collectively and as a community, starting in 2016. We didn't wait for a crisis to befall us. We started working knowing in this imperfect profession that it's very important to work in times of non-crisis. We've been here before in American law enforcement, and this is the most critical time. I want to continue to lead. I want to continue to have an opportunity to learn from the examples that I've done in San Jose, particularly sitting in the seat of the chief of police in the 10th largest city in the country, to be able to bring those experiences to the city of Dallas, and for us to learn and to develop the department and strive to make Dallas a better community. This department in the city is not broken. It's an enviable position to be in when we're at, to be able to lead such a fantastic police department in its community. The experiences that we all bring, make us, very good candidates for this position because of our experiences. And I feel that my experiences as being the chief will enable to do that. We've dealt, one of the beauties of Dallas is its diversity. San Jose is extremely diverse. Going from one area to the city, very different. I like to think I was everyone's police chief, not just one group. And I'm proud to do that. And that's something I bring to Dallas. When it comes to speaking another language, nací en San Juan, Puerto Rico. Aprendí a hablar inglés en San José. Y es algo que me ha ayudado mucho con nuestra comunidad y algo que me puede ayudar en cualquier comunidad que tenemos aquí en Dallas, que es latino también. And what I said was basically I was born in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I learned how to speak English in San Jose. It certainly helped me with the community in San Jose. It certainly would help me in any community, particularly a Latino community here in Dallas. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Chief. We're going to go to former Deputy Chief Albert Martinez.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Buenas tardes a todos. Thank you for taking the time to listen to